fuck your mother يضيع من نظر علمت عليك وخلاص fuck your mother يضيع من نظر علمت عليك.
Pray that God saves us from this hell.
Welcome back to the underground radio station of the century. We are here to unlock the lock. We're here to find the root solution of the problem. We're not truth seekers. We're truth finders. We're pathfinders. We're journeymen. We are Jinko jeans before they got cool.
Okay, let's go.
And you're here to witness the journey. We are now in the middle of Zionism television. Zigzag Zion. This is your new century of America. Started off with blind authoritarianism. Now we're in full-on lobotomy. Full-on hemispherectomy culture. Pick a side and live with it. If you had to choose which side of your brain you could have and the other side be gone, which side are you choosing? It's for collective health. It's for collective reasoning. It's for to give everyone a big pat on the back. It's so that we can all sing Kumbaya together under one Disney movie. Before I get ahead of myself, let me also introduce you to new ZTV 4K audio.
Holy fuck, that's wicked awesome.
We got this audio shit figured out. We got this fucking little pop mic right here, and it's gonna come in crisp. It's gonna come in crisp. I won't be popping my peas and slurring words, so you won't be able to understand me, even though I'm slowly being morphed into a polymorphic fucking creature as I get stung by 1,000,000 Bill Gates mosquitoes, and then I turn into the sludge that God took me out of, gave me primordial limbs, and said, make ZTV a reality. And I said yes. But these Satan bugs down here are pulling me back into the crust. And every day I walk by a carcass rotting with maggots that has a better outlook on life. But I still persevere.
I am the one and only Zeke.
We're here to fucking save humanity. We're not here just to show you the truth. We're here to present a theology of reason. Real Diogenes level search for the honest man. We're doing it.
For real, for real.
And you're along with me on this journey, and I thank you. Because we can't get caught up in the dualities. Because they're coming hard, they're coming fast, and someone's gonna fucking put a gun to your head and say, choose a side or die. But before we get into that, we gotta have some happy news. We gotta start this thing off positive, okay? Because we're living it. These are the last days. These are the last days. So enjoy a good laugh with me. Enjoy a good belly laugh. A hard belly laugh. Enjoy it. What else are you gonna do? Overthrow the government? Oh, I'm down. Send me a DM. Oh no. Oh no, don't telegram me. So we're gonna get into first a happy story. Okay? This should give you hope for humanity right here. Let's pull up this article. New York Post. Woman names newborn son methamphetamine rules. Methamphetamine rules. So even though this is a New York Post, I guess this happened in Australia, which is the Sims version of regular reality. They live in Sims world. They speak Simlish, and all their reality and way of life is imaginary. It's made up. It's pretty much like a Hollywood offshoot, Dollywood social experiment with all the world's worst creatures, including humans, in one place. Ain't that right, Sheila? Aye, Sheila. Let's fucking name a newborn methamphetamine rules, yeah? Oh, that'd be fucking swell, yeah? Methamphetamine fucking rules, yeah? While research for the story, while on air Wednesday at 9 p.m., a heavily pregnant Drysdale was trying to decipher what the registrar defaulted name of the child if the parent's first submission was rejected. So they read methamphetamine rules and they were like, that's it, these people must be Ethiopian. Oh, Deshante, Delaquante, methamphetamine rule. It could be, it's Croatian. Just let it ride. I want someone to up this to the next step where you can name, I want someone to name their child, I want to murder someone of importance. His first name is I want to murder someone, and then his last name is of importance. Look at this. Does this person look real? If you saw this person in real life, you could not tell me that you haven't seen her in a video game. And I'm not just talking about an NPC player. I mean, that is from Sims. That's a Simlish woman. Their ancestries is Sim 4. Swear words, sex acts, and slurs of any kind are also blacklisted, as are official titles such as Doctor, Queen, King, and Prime Minister. So you can't call yourself Prime Minister unless you're the Prime Minister. Can you fucking believe it? But methamphetamine rules is totally fucking fine. Burn one down for the fucking Barbie.
Dog cunt, a fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up.
Oh man, we live in a great world. Great world. It's great out there. It's fucking great out there, I'll tell you what. Pick a side. Hemispherectomy, which you choosing, left or right? Go. 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 Taking too long, I'm gonna take both sides. Whoop. We live in a society now of picking a side.
Gang, gang, bitch.
If he's not on my side, he's the ops.
Spin the block. There goes
It's the opposition. Tribalism opposition. It's Jews versus Hamas.
Palestine can be easily solved by watching Skibbity Toilet, and here is how. Now, when analyzing Skibbity Toilet, you must understand that there are two key factions. There are the Skibbity Toilets, and there are the Speaker Men. The Speaker Men are very Hamas-coded. But just who are the Speaker Men? Are they terrorists, or are they anti-Skibbity freedom fighters? A point of view, I suppose. What is undeniable is that the Skibbity Toilets represent the very structure of the Israeli state. There is a reason that Skibbity Toilets can take the form of policemen. There is a reason that the leader of the Skibbity Toilets is the G-Man Skibbity Toilet, who is famous for using his lasers to shoot down these haphazardly made enemy missiles. How subtle! Now, Skibbity Toilet is exceptionally nuanced in its depiction of the conflict. It dares to break boundaries. It dares to actually put you in the shoes and the point of view of the people you would often assume to be terrorists. It puts you in the shoes of the Speakermen as they engage in asymmetrical urban guerrilla warfare against an established Skibbity nation state that has far more military superiority than the Speakermen can ever hope to achieve. No matter how many Skibbity Toilets the Speakermen defeat, there is always a bigger Skibbity Toilet. Ultimately, we must interrogate, why is the conflict even happening? Well, it is because of the G-Man Skibbity Toilet. You see, all Skibbity Toilets can be flushed, but the G-Man Skibbity Toilet cannot. And it is that immunity from that flushing norm, that international norm, that encourages the aberrant behavior of the Skibbity Toilets. And that to me is simply profound.
Okay, let's go.
There's a way, where there's a will. There's a way, where there's a will. We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the Lashes says, nay, nay, nay.
Nay, nay, nay. Day all day. If there's a way. 30K salary? Where do I sign up? I'll be able to get valor, patriotism. Are you kidding me? You mean I could put a down payment on a Raptor truck? I can wear my full dressed uniform every time I go and pump gas, even though I've already been dishonorably discharged? So that I might be able to catch somebody that salutes me? Why is it that we have to fucking respect or honor people who sign up to go to fucking wars for politicians? Why?
Fuck the troops.
He saved us. If it weren't for people like the military, we'd be overrun. We already are.
Look around you.
What do you mean? What have they stopped? Nothing. Nothing is stopped. It's all still here. Well, there wouldn't be wars abroad if the CIA didn't fucking start them. Would we be having a fucking war right now if the CIA didn't fucking hit that hospital parking lot with a missile and then beefed up the propaganda using the machine of the military to be able to propagate the propaganda? It's hilarious. It's a hilarious notion. Oh yeah, and then we're fighting these type of people right here. It is my land! No, it is my land! That looks halal. Nice. Looks halal to me. Now put a Birkin on that motherfucker. Then we got a Birkin, turd Birkin. We got Jews.
A moeda vai ser jogada para cima nesse momento. O árbitro joga a moeda para cima e os judeus brigam pela moeda. Realmente uma moeda de R$1. Os jogadores
versus Hamas. We got Ukraine.
Apparently, the world over enjoys eating large piles of steaming hot bullshit. Literally. We do it metaphorically. They do literally.
Versus China. Dude, poop is nutritious, like, on a second go. Now, this guy is... There's certain parts of Russia that are, like, Mongolian Russians. And I think this is, like, close to Ukraine, maybe? Because this could be Mongolian, Ukrainian. But, you know, I'm so glad that we're sending all of the money that we could use to fix our country there, because obviously poop dinners are not good against Russian missiles. I understand, and if they send another million and they just keep eating poop dinner, like, dude, you gotta just stop eating poop dinner and you could use this money to, like, defeat the Russian army, but you're just having fucking poop spaghetti every day. That was fucking poop spaghetti every day, dude.
We're introducing the greatest country ever to exist in the whole world, China!
Most powerful nation, Xi Jinping, Xi Jinping.
You stupid.
I got a pizza here.
中国潮汐呢，我做很多采访，很多。所以在一个采访我有一个错误，你们准备？
Round 1,
2, 3,
Lady, go!
Come on, 速度与激情就，我是在2个礼拜以后。Oh yeah.
You are so powerful. Please grant me extra blessings on my WeChat account. Thank you.
所以我现在拍这个，因为他们给我老高嘛。
太解气了，家人们，让我们一起为奥运健儿加油！中国加油！中国加油！中国加油！中国加油 ！China of the world， 敢拼敢冲敢梦想 ！China China， 中国加油！
我叫漂亮，我叫好看，我的名字叫做赛貂蝉。
Of course, we got China versus Taiwan. We have America versus everyone.
Dick in a dike, dick in a waist, dick in the right places. Hits like Venus Arena, He wanna eat up to Caesar, Bonita, Baby girl needed the wiener, Some of these bitches need dick, like she needed the wiener. I don't know what her problem was that she wanted to come at me like that. She probably needed the wiener.
It's for you, then for months.
He ate it for lunch. But somewhat Betty, I go with on one leg. I would define munch as like just a eater or somebody that's like obsessed with you, or it could be a hater. Either way, they still obsessed with you. A eater is just somebody that just likes to like eat.
Okay, miss. See, how many missiles did I actually launch? 1 or 10?
You launched 50.
I launched 50.
50.
And that's not our fault. You know what's funny about Obama? He bombed more children's hospitals than the IDF ever could. Ever could. Obama has bombed more child's hospitals than any IDF ever could in the state of Gaza. He is the #1 top shotter when it comes to kids' hospitals. So I hope Obama comes out as pro-Palestine.
Allah, Allah,
For sure, because, oh man, the world just turns, you know what I'm saying? It comes full circle. That's why it turns. It's just like a wheel. Come right back around to run you over. I mean, the IDF looks strong, you know, when it comes to Israel versus Hamas. You can see from this picture, it's a strong army. And real angel in uniform, it says. Lots of respect. His name is Chaim. Oh, Chaimy boy. Sweet guy. He's ready to defend Israel. I don't know what he's going to defend it from. Maybe Coco Melon.
It's JJ, Cody, Nina, Score, Cece,
Or Caillou. He's going to defend it from Caillou. Because Caillou is probably, he's a radicalist. He's part of Hamas. He's got a backpack full of rattles and building blocks. And he's ready to go. He's ready to do this. And Hamas army's looking strong too. This is a family meeting before going to war. You know?
In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind. Poison.
See, you can pick either side you want. It don't matter. Because these companies are who fund both sides. You can double down on Hamas. You could double down on Jerusalem. It's still gonna make these motherfuckers green in the green. That fucking greed. That devil that keeps America flying high. More and more and more and more. More greed. More greed, please. More green. More money for me. Less money for you. Doesn't matter who it is. And they have to make it biblically aligned so that, you know, the demons fulfill their wishes.
Autistic, and I'm researching Riz.
Who's the demons? We'll find out about that later.
There is no autism. There is no video. They will cover the earth as far from east to west. They will never stop coming. There was so
They might
much
open up
blood.
more and more, sort of like this one. This one I have used for probably about 2 years now. I've washed it many times, and it is still very well loved.
It's always about picking a side. We got Crips versus Blood, white versus black, This one's going to shock you big time. Only on ZTV, we're going to tell you the truth. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to give you the real facts. And we've looked into the real root words. When you dig down into the archives of the root etymology of a word, you're going to find some truth. You're going to find some answers there. What's the root meaning and the root of the word black and the word white?
This is about to blow your mind. So-called white people are actually the black people.
What's that?
This is about to blow your mind.
So-called white people are actually the black people.
According to etymology, which is defining the underlying or true meaning of words, black goes back to an Indo-European base, phleg, a variant of bleg, bleak, originally meant pale, and comes ultimately from an Indo-European base, bleg, and until the 16th century in the north as Blake, its disappearance was no doubt hastened by its resemblance to black, both formally and semantically, since both pale and dark carry implications of colorlessness. Book reference: black, pale, wan,
pale,
to become pale. So the pale man is actually the black man.
Pale.
Wow.
White man is a black man. Inward pass approved. Let's go! Now I'm swinging.
I know how to kill him.
Now I'm swinging on him. Now I'm swinging on him.
Kill him.
Now I'm swinging on him. Ooh! Kill him! Ooh! Kill him! Ooh! Kill him! Okay? So don't you worry. Don't you worry. Here's the thing. To all the people who are hardcore into taking it back to Africa and eliminating the white man because that's a system of oppression in the Western societies, just note that you are the white man. So you can go down because you know what you've known about how certain people, you know, they don't rent, they don't give you the best prices on your mortgages. Go get some home equity loans. Okay, you're white now. Go get a big credit card in your name. You'll get low interest rates. I mean, according to many of you, there is a disparity in between the things that white people can have and black people achieve from the same source, like going to get a bank loan and being denied a bank loan, being denied credit cards, being denied, the right to having the same price as a white person has. So here's your chance. Bam. You're white now. Go get lines of credit. Go get some equity up. There's nothing holding you back. You can put it down on resumes, anything. You are white. This is proof. You're welcome. Okay? And if the trade-off is that you get credit in exchange for just a quick status change, like, why? What's wrong with that? You know? I think we need to tag us in, you tag out, we switch sides, and we get back to the root meaning of words and see how it plays out. I think that's a good deal. I think that beats reparations even. Men versus women, or, the stock options of people. It gets men versus women and also other creatures versus other creatures. Oh, let's take a look at some horrible demeaning of men. Just blatant, horrible sexism. All the men out there, just know that you can stop being a slave to your sexuality. You can stop having the need to come like a drug addict all the time. You know, you could dial it back. Save yourself some time and some life force for you instead of just, you know, throwing it overhand like a baseball into a urinal or, you know, a random trash can. But this video is hard to watch because of how you think about what it took to get to this level. Because it doesn't just, you don't just come out the womb and then you become this. It's a long line of self-hatred and abuse that turns you into this.
Put a cigarette into his mouth. What is going on? What is going on?
This is a world of female supremacy.
Female supremacy?
Yeah.
So, let me get this right. White supremacy, that's a no-go. That's bad. But when it talks about a female supremacy, that's okay. That's feminist empowering. If it's supremacy of one class or species type versus another, then what are we doing here? I mean, then we should all be able to take our own, you know, our own theological stance on a hard pulpit and say, yes, my kind is better than your kind. I want supremacy too. I wonder if we're ever going to get to a point where it's equity of supremacy. Let's have everyone feel supreme.
Everyone gets the same meal, everyone gets the same house, and everyone gets the same car. So it's equal for everyone except for the people in charge making all the rules living in the mansion.
But to feel supreme like that, you have to have a slave. And this poor dude, who is not even a dude anymore, is just a fucking ashtray now.
So as the beta male...
Beta male? Are you a beta male? Okay.
Yes, I'm
a
beta.
beta male is basically a male that wasn't really born to be a man. As you can see, that's why she's in a pretty girly dress.
Look at her fucking demon face. Look at her demon smiling face.
Oh. What do you get out of it?
I love treating people like they're subhuman.
But why would... I have to say this...
Even if he is a fucking total scumbag.
Ever filmed on Market Street.
Well, I tell you now, it's going to get a lot more of this.
There you go.
The world's very shy to it, but I tell you now, female supremacy will be...
Horrifying.
The beta male seems to enjoy...
A lot more.
Humiliation. If they're grown-ups, they can do whatever they want.
Humiliation as a sexual appetite. I love being humiliated. It turns me on. To be embarrassed, feel ashamed of myself. That's my sexual fantasy. Just call me a piece of shit in public and shame me in front of people. That's what gets me, Randy. That's drug addict level of addiction to coming. Hey, grown-ups, I can do whatever they want, right? If I can put things up their ass as long as it's not my eyesight. Oh, you know, men versus women.
No does not mean stop. No means find another way.
This is probably my new favorite AOC clip.
No does not mean stop. No means find another way.
Yeah! Find another way. No means go. Find another way. This one is just so typical man stuff right here. This is show you what the typical guy is like.
I'm looking for a friend or a father who has similar interests to me. I have two favorite hobbies. My first favorite hobby is designing fashion. My second favorite hobby is yogurts. Please write back soon.
Dude's looking for a friend or a father. Okay, like, this is just a random Instagram scrolling find. His name is Mark Pork. Okay, great name. You could be his friend. You could be maybe a little bit more than friends. Maybe you could, like, throw a baseball with him. Maybe you could cook some pork together. Maybe you could eat yogurt. And that's not a code word. He really likes yogurt. He's not joking. He's interested in yogurt. This guy's so chill. Watch this.
Hi, my name is Marcus Pork Jr. and I'm 20 years old. I'm a famous actor and model.
Oh.
But I'm tired of this shallow life. Instead, I want to be known for designing fashion. Please buy my clothes.
Please buy his clothes.
The clothes are coming soon, and
clothes aren't here yet.
Will be gluten-free.
Oh,
thanks so much.
Gluten-free. That's good. Clothes are gluten-free. So famous Marcus, he's super famous. He was in that one thing. You remember what that was? You remember what thing he was in? Vaccinated versus the non-vaccinated. Of course, they told you that no one pressured you. No one pressured you to get that vaccine. No one forced you. There was no mandates. That's all in your head.
Get vaccinated. Now.
Now!
It's too late. You're gonna die in there. All of you. You are gonna die.
That's how a motherfucker be fighting. Why zero people around the world is, nor should they be, afraid of America as a military superpower.
Drag queen influencers to attract new recruits.
I receive attention just for being myself on a daily because being queer, being non-binary, someone such as myself on a regular gets stared at. And
I'm at the top of my game. I'm right up there with the big dogs. Girls, come on. Leave the saving the world to the men.
Active duty yeoman second class Joshua Kelly doubles as drag queen Harpy Daniels and now is the face of the Navy's recruitment drive as a digital ambassador. Well, the Navy recruited only 982 new reserve officers last year, well short of its goal of nearly 1,400.
Why? Military isn't a scary, super-powered part of the show. Not scary, not one bit. Shouldn't be afraid because it's a bitch. Okay, number one. Number one on that list is most Americans are retarded. They have brain damage. Brain damaged from years, long, hard years of dirty drug use and theological and philosophical brainwash of the highest fucking regard. Darren Brown level NLP, unlockable inside their subconscious. They're one snap of a finger and one trigger word away from fucking unlocking, them falling off of a bridge, because they can't even fill a sleeper cell's mission. Like, their mission is to like kill one person and kill themselves. Half of these fuckers can't even accomplish the mission, and they just kill themselves instead. This is what our fucking military looks like.
I'm a Phoenix Star, Frank Green, bitch. And I'm Lady Mercury. And
that's the general right there. First Battalion.
And I love you all. Where's my cocktail?
Where is the general's cocktail?
I'm a piece of gold. I'm a
That's our administrator of health. American Administrator of Health, everybody. Say hello. Say hello. So we got that going on. This is how Americans protest. All these people live at home. They've never been outside their country. That'll get him. That'll fucking get him, dude. Hedo Palestine. They got the Liberian flag. They got all sorts of people joining in. The kids' Palestine protest. I'm sure it's only kids. It's not full-grown adults doing that. It's not really old, full-grown men online throwing a Palestine rally in a child's game.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
According to a Japanese legend, if you cannot sleep at night, it's because you are gay.
Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, hey, beautiful.
God. I was trying to make myself have a brain aneurysm and just right on camera. Okay. Let's take a look at drug abuse, philosophical brainwash, and more. That's why America is nothing to fear and everything to ignore. Let's take a look at some prime draft candidates for
that damn military-industrial complex.
You're a cunt. Hi, how are you?
That to me means so hot.
Unleash your inner artist.
Art. This is art.
If these peoples are artists, they're bad artists. They're bad at painting, they're bad at drawing conclusions, and drawing on paper. To each their own, by all means. At least they're behind closed doors, having the time of their lives.
Celebrate your LARP.
Will they draft? Are these people draftable? I'll let you decide. Are these people draftable? Let's take a look at some American haram. This is a trigger warning. If you have a queasy stomach and you also hate the Twilight books, you're not going to like this.
A regular cloth pad. The gusher cloth pads have these slits cut in the top of them. This is going to allow that couple middle layers of flannel to fray. So it's going to be nice and cushy, soft, and
Why?
on the top here. What that fray does, it's a really quick gush or clot absorber. The clots kind of settle down into those slits.
And then you just throw it in with your normal wash.
These are absolutely not necessary to have a successful cloth pad journey. You can be just as successful with a
you're good to go. Some people like the teared up look.
But absolutely not necessary. They're like the designer handbag.
They look like Wolverine had a cum in the pad. It looks like Wolverine got right there inside your gusher pad where you gush. You gush. Isn't it so fitting too? With the Twilight, it just gushes your blood, and then the vampires come and suck the blood up. Haram. Haram. Not halal. Haram. You would be thrown from a roof for this. Do you think that she's pro-Palestine? Probably. I don't know if they would be pro-her, though. Okay, Haram Part 2.
They might open up more and
Look
more.
at the designs.
Sort of like this one. This one I have used for probably about 2 years now. I've washed it many times, and it is still very well loved.
It's something.
So here's a gusher cloth.
Why do you have the stain? Look at that. You got the neon green 80s sock apparel with a little milk carton there. Just to suck up the milk sauce from your booty juice into the gusher pad.
Strawberry booty milk.
Now, they say that women don't invent much, but look. Look at this. This is the staple of independent, free-thinking, Einstein-level women right here. What are they going to put on it next? They could probably print out pictures of The Rock and Ryan Gosling and, Tiger Woods, whatever floats your boat. Whatever gets the gusher gushing. And put Xena, warrior princess, in there. Come on. Think. There's a whole world out there of stuff that hasn't been invented yet. You know? Who's going to be the rival to this? I want to see some custom reusable, tampons. Call them whampons. Give them a little wham marketing. Wham! Make a wham! It stops them fucking floods from coming out. And what do you know? It's Harry Potter themed. You put the Harry Potter wand, the wham wand, up the wham hole, and bam! Stop them fucking heavy flows quick. You think that in other countries, like where they have Sharia law, that they're even allowed to advertise for female hygiene products? Or did they just know, hey, you just go to the store for that. You don't have to market for it. Like, everybody needs them. I'm just asking the real questions here, okay? But what I do know is haram, okay? Only in America. Only in America. Number 2, why no one should be afraid of us. Slowly removing all of our subjects out of our classes curriculum, like reading, writing, and math. So you do not need to be proficient in any of those. You don't need to know math because it's racist. You don't need to know history because it's only written by the winners and you don't know the stories of all the losers, so you're not allowed to hear history. Reading and writing, those are subjective anyways. Like, words can be pronounced differently, you know, contracts, just sign them. Like, when someone puts down a contract in front of you, sign it. That's what the pros do. That's what the real pros do. What do you think? They got time to read, you know, 100-page contracts, or to read their Bill of Rights? They're out there working their way up a corporate ladder. You need to be doing that too if you're ever going to make the cut, the American cut of beef. So what are we doing here? We're cutting the curriculum out of our classes. Why? So that people can remain stupid, which is a plus. Stupider class of people makes for easier employees. And, you know, they won't branch off and try to be other businesses that make competition with the one that you're trying to work your way from the bottom to the top. Because you know, and I know, everyone who works at McDonald's or Burger King or Winn-Dixie or anything like that, the higher up you go, the more money you make. And the more money you make, you could be living in a fat house. You know how many managers live fat? Come on, man, this is America. We're the success country where people can move their way up to $1 million house. Easy. $1 million, 1-bedroom house in, like, you know, Indiana. It sounds sort of, but it's great. I'm telling you, it's great. It's great here. It's great here. Let's take a look at one of the best states in the union is doing about our epidemic of learning.
Oh yeah, so in Oregon you don't have to read.
You only got to do math.
In order to graduate.
2 plus 2 is 4.
That's some good news. The reason why it's a good thing is because the stupider the next generation is, then the easier they are to manipulate with like 15-second reels. So we're moving into a future where the only thing required for you to graduate is that you use the correct pronouns.
So as long as you know that I'm an attack helicopter, you can graduate. You know what? I've thought long and hard about this, and I thought that I was an attack helicopter, but then I realized I just identify as badass. Badass dude. So my pronouns is like badass dude. You know what I'm saying? I want to identify as the president. I identify as the president of the United States. That's my pronoun. POTUS. POTUS is my pronoun.
Gay. I was gay. Put me in water with chemicals.
So the sad reality of what we're moving into is, of course, you know, it's rad. Because imagine the companies that are going to come out of this next generation of people. Or would they just all be second generation Amazon workers? We don't know. We're trying to get to the bottom of it. Getting stupider by design every day and in so many different ways. Number 3 of why people have no reason to be afraid of Americans. Because we are so irreversibly brainwashed by pseudoscience on TikTok of every variety. We have people who look like they work out on, you know, somewhat, as long as they have some half decent physique, they can come on popular podcasts and tell everybody the most insane health tips, and people immediately start doing it. People that haven't visited their fucking doctor in 10 plus years will find one podcast and they'll be like, oh, shit. Maybe this one dude is right. I should take my piss and rub it all over my body for an anabolic pump, like steroids, and then fucking work out. I sort of go and take my pee and lay down outside, get a good base coat going, and you wouldn't believe the fucking pump I get from my own pee. And I drink a little bit, I take a little shot glass, I take a shot, fresh, right out the source, natural, artisanal piss from me. Drink a little bit of pee, I put some in my hair, I lay down, get a good base coat going, sort of like a marinade, and then I hop up and I'm ready for a workout, and my fucking pump is like I took some Adderall and mixed it with human growth hormone. Like I'm telling you right now, you won't believe the fucking steroid induced. It's like taking steroids without taking steroids. And you got a fucking fountain drink worth of gold sitting right underneath your belly button. And all you need is a shot glass and like a tanning bed outside. And you will get jacked. And then fucking the next thing you know, you post on TikTok, and then it's like hashtag piss medicine, hashtag based in piss, hashtag piss valid, hashtag natural pee medicine, hashtag anabolic piss medication. Let's take a look at a TikTok piss doctor who is a part of, the hyper health movement. He's a subcategory of Liver King and Butter Dog, who just eats animal testicles and acts like that's not gay.
There's the science behind drinking your own pee. It's good for parasites. It's extremely
for
powerful.
parasites.
I have a little bit in the morning, and the
little bit in the
topical I
morning.
really like for the skin as well. I do use
Like
it for my
to-
skin.
to rub
You pee
myself
on
and
your
pee all
skin.
over
I pee
myself?
in a mason jar and I let it ferment for a couple
Oh,
weeks.
that's
and then I put
perfect.
it on my body, and then I'll go work out. Like I'll lay in the sun for a while. I'll put
This
it
guy
on my body, and then
stinks.
it feels like I get a huge pump. And I've never done anabolic steroids, but I can only imagine. I just feel pumped. I feel
mainlines 40 cc's of piss in his fucking neck.
His pump, I feel.
but I can only
He
imagine. I
lets
just
it-
feel pumped. I feel
He pisses in a jar like a Discord mod and lets it fucking sit in a jar by his computer desk for 14 days, and then he opens the jar and it's like fucking suntan lotion, bud. It's good for parasites. It's good for parasites. It's also good for having no friends. It's good for getting people 20 feet away from you, because your stink cloud around you is like a fucking Charlie Brown.
pigpen face ass boy. Pee. What is the science behind drinking your own pee? It's good for parasites. It's extremely powerful. I have a little bit in the
extremely
morning, and the
powerful.
topical I really like for the skin as well. I do use it for my skin.
So you pee on your skin?
I pee in a mason jar and I let it ferment for a couple weeks. And then I put it on my body, and then I'll go work out. Like I'll lay in the sun for a while, I'll put it on my body, and then it feels like I get a huge pump. And I've never done anabolic steroids, but I can only imagine. I just feel pumped. I feel
pump. I feel the piss pump soaring through my veins. I let it ferment, and then I rub it all over my body. And then I go work out in a really crowded gym. Nah, it doesn't stink. Nah, you're tripping. Imagine working out next to that guy. He's sweating with a fucking piss just crackling on his body like bacon grease. This is fucking hell. Your old piss doctor. It's good for parasites, kid. You know what you got? You got parasites. All the health doctors are obsessed with parasite cleansing right now. Number 4. Our country endlessly is a coward for and also kowtows to the mentally ill and the worst parts of society before they care at all about the people who are the working class members of society.
I bet you got soft, sissy hands.
They will always prioritize degenerates first.
The democracy works.
As far as essentials and needs and being there for them with programs and endless ways to help them. And it snowballs into us going from a place where us having a homeless problem where the government is responsible for helping or to dealing with homelessness to now companies like McDonald's and Disney all coming together to be the saviors of homelessness individually, like sponsored homelessness. And so just recently, Disney has allowed homeless people to live at Disney. Okay? Which is hilarious. It's hilarious. Because we already live in fucking Disneyland. Where the place that was built to be this utopia fantasy land is actually like what the Reich of Germany was trying to achieve in their global utopia. And Walt Disney loved Nazis.
Heil Disney.
And was a Marxist, even though he was also hella rich. And he was ready to throw it all away and make his all-white utopia. That's why if you go to Celebration in Florida, they have the most dystopian neighborhood that was supposed to be Walt Disney's perfect world in his eyes, which is literally like a hellish Mr. Rogers-like pre-built neighborhood with speakers in the streets and fake grass and fake trees everywhere and man-made lakes that all have speakers in them that are constantly playing Disney lullabies 24/7 on repeat, just lullabying people into buying endless Disney shit. Keychains, napkins, duct tape, toilet paper, all with like Daffy Duck and, you know, Goofy and all the gang. It's one of the most scariest places I've been in the country. Celebration, Florida is insane. But the good news is homeless people are coming.
The Illuminati.
They're coming
to me.
to chill with you at Disney and your fam. But they're restricted to a couple areas. Let's take a look at what Disneyland is allowing.
Is now allowing homeless people to stay inside their park. This is part of a new initiative by Disney to be more inclusive and welcoming to those who are, quote, unhoused. Disneyland understands and recognizes the struggles of these people and wants to offer them a safer place to stay. However, it won't just be a free-for-all.
They're
In
not
fact,
homeless
Disney will have
anymore.
strict guidelines for the
Everything
homeless
always
people
has
inside
to
their
change
park.
the language.
First off, they'll be restricted
They're
to
not
the hub in
homeless,
front of
they're
Sleeping
just
Beauty Castle.
unhoused.
Disney wants to contain them in a small area instead of allowing them to roam around the park. Also, they'll have to go through a strict security check before entering Disneyland. This is to to ensure the safety of the other guests inside the park. However, not everyone loves this idea by Disney. A lot of people are worried that they will be attacked or harassed by
So
the
they got to sleep in front
They
of
especially worry
Sleeping
about this for their
Beauty
kids,
Castle.
as they know Disneyland is a place for families
Only
and
there,
kids.
only
People
in
are
front
also
of
claiming that
Sleeping
this is going
Beauty's
to make the park
castle,
dirtier and
where you
feel
can
less like
take a
Disneyland
sleep.
and more like Skid Row. In fact, based on early pictures, this isn't too far off. However, as you may imagine, some people are in support of this. For more
So every dime that you go out to get cans, you know, to take back to the store for some money, for beers, for hookers, for meth, you know, whether you're going out the panhandle, you got to go through strict rules and regulations to get into Walt Disneyland, to sleep in front of Disney's Beauty Castle, the Sleeping Beauty Castle. Can you imagine you go to Disneyland for the first time with your kids, and then like you go to the bathroom, and like you're gonna take a kid into the bathroom stall, and somebody doesn't have the stall latch locked, and then you push open the bathroom door, and there's a naked homeless man smoking crack there. Wouldn't it be fucking awesome? He's just houseless. He's just houseless. He passed security. Like, who? Disney has their own government. They can make their own rules. They're separated from the US government. It's crazy. Now you can be homeless there.
Making lasting memories for a lifetime. Heil Disney.
It's gonna make it dirtier. Yay! I want to see a bunch of homeless people at Space Mountain, or like there's a ride where all these little people, and I don't mean midgets, but they could be, they all like sing songs as you go through a little boat by you up the river of happiness on Space Mountain. I'm probably mixing a bunch of words up, because I know it's in the same place. Well, what is it they're saying? It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. And I wonder how that's going to work out. Like, you know, you see some homeless guy back there, houseless, sorry. Some houseless man back there on that ride. He hops off, you know, the boat, and he's just back there taking a sleep. And you see all the animatronic little mini people from all the colors of the rainbow, the green, the yellows, and the purples, and the reds, and they're all singing Kumbaya together, and it's awesome. Then you see a guy with one empty bottle of Fireball taking a nap with the syringe right there on the ride, because he got off to take a quick nap. That sounds like the Disney I know. I say let him. I think Disneyland should be the new Kensington Ave. I say we move all the people from Kensington Ave to Disney in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle and let them get their sleep on. Let them get their sleep on. You know what I'm saying? We do pointless shit for no reason. How are we, honest question for anyone who's watching this, how are we spreading democracy across the globe? How are we doing that? Is anybody, any takers? How is it democratic in any form to just bomb people without a vote in the name of spreading democracy?
TV told me to do it.
Have we gone over in person and like set up voting booths? Have we ever had a war where we set up podiums for these people to talk and lay out, you know, laws in several forms for the majority to vote on.
Hell no.
We spread lies and bombs and back-end dealings. And we are constantly doing, door opening for people who don't want the help of you opening the door. It's like American democracy around the world. We're spreading democracy. So, what do you want to do? It's real, I promise. All of our people. All of our people, we vote on every decision. We do. You want some? I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. It's not working out for you, bud. Because how are we supposed to really ever get a true ballot democracy to work? Where unquestionably the voting process isn't tampered with by anybody. It's fucking damn near impossible. If you tell me that ballots, writing on a piece of paper, would make that go away and we go back to paper writing, even then, whole boxes come up missing, whole vans come up missing. All of them shits can be, everything can be replicated, destroyed, data messed with on every scale. There's literally no form of a way to make a democracy exist in current now. It doesn't. It's all fucking fake. The idea that we're spreading democracy around the globe and helping governments establishing their own democracy is so opposite of reality. It's like,
are you fucked in the head?
It's this. It's unreal. we are the global terrorist state. We're the fucking Hamas of the world. We went from going from a war on terror to the majority of people being like, yeah, terrorists are fucking rad. Hamas is cool. All these people that we've called terrorists forever are chill. We have currently moved into the final stages.
Round 2
of
Ladies,
civilization and society. We peaked a while back. Now we're on the downhill curve. The mentality of everybody, the mentalism of everybody, everyone's on their own philosophical fucking versus someone else. And then behind that, as a backdrop, the art world also reflects the mental illness and incapacity of being creative, innovative beings. So we have shit like this.
I mean, if you thought a banana duct taped to a wall was degenerate, it's gone.
This is art.
It's gone crazy. This isn't Jackass and Johnny Knoxville.
These
are
art.
people who really think that they're artists.
This is art.
He's got a candle in his ass. He's got a candle.
Look, I don't know what the problem
is.
This is art. This is contemporary society.
Him on the floor, or he's being dragged. This is the art world.
This is contemporary society. This is a reflection of the patriarchy.
It's gone.
This is a reflection of the hierarchy.
It's gone crazy. This isn't Jackass and Johnny Knoxville.
This little light of mine,
these are people who
I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
He's got a candle in his ass.
Across the communist
He's got a
world.
candle in his ass. It's not anyone's birthday. And they're dragging him on the floor.
So,
or he's
He gets up with the candle still in his ass, and he pulls out a credit card reader, and he's like, okay. And the credit card reader, he turns it around. It's a tip, 5%, 10%, or add your own. And he goes around to everybody in the circle that's surrounding him, watch him doing that. Candle's still lit, and he's collecting tip money with the fucking credit card reader. And then that's how they paid for the painting. You're welcome. You're welcome. We are Ass Candle Society. Ass Candle Society. It's an Ass Candle Society. 5. Number 5. Being fed zero nutritional food on repeat for a long time. All the fake foods that we have are becoming more and more and more. More and more and more. Every single day. What's this week's something I learned with ZTV? Is it poison? Poison. Hate to break it to you, but these bad boys is probably in your market, probably at your Walmart right now.
My people.
Right now, boy.
Egg. Now they do for you, so egg.
You like breakfast?
Can you imagine?
You like bacon? You like eggs? Well, you're not gonna like this.
We dey see 2 yolk for 1 egg, so now they see so. Now God go help us.
Egg.
My people. Now they see what me I dey see
so.
Egg.
What's in that?
Now they do for
they
you, so
put the egg that they mix. Is all a fake.
Say na fowl dey lay egg. Na human.
And then whoa, that one has 2 yolk. You'll get a special prize.
For 1 egg, so.
And then you just put the plastic into the boiled water, and then you can eat it. It's just recycled trash. It's not a problem. Have some eggs. How about this one? This is America's favorite. This is getting ready to be shipped off to America. Bloody apple, mate. Have an apple. Going straight to Walmart, baby. Them Red Delicious. Oh yeah. This next segment is brought to you by fentanyl. Fentanyl. Now including tranquilizer. Check this out. In our favorite state, our model state for the rest of the United States, that we're so united. We're all in this together. We're not individual states. We're united. We're united together. And in California, you know, you can just fucking go to school, be in elementary school, you walk outside, there's a guy outside giving people free fentanyl for stolen items, and it's totally cool. No one goes to jail. It's fine. It's fine. You're overreacting. He's just houseless. He's just giving people an option. They can come and get free fentanyl if they want. And no, he's not joking. It's just freedom of speech. It goes back to someone trying to fight for freedom of speech in the wrong direction.
Thanks, my guy.
Child molester. So it's not a problem.
Was that just a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
This convicted sex offender set up camp across the street from a Catholic grade school in San Francisco's Richmond district more than 2 years ago. But
free fentanyl for new users.
Free drugs that had authorities moving him out today, and that's only part of this story. Believe it or not, there is more.
Yeah, that's right. The IT
Look at this American hero over here.
Now, what else happened while you were out there, Dan?
There was a lot, and Daniel. I saw the headline in the San Francisco Standard and had to go see for myself. And things got heated today. A parent from the school apparently punching that man in the face.
I've been in San Francisco
basically homeless for 26 years.
26-year homeless.
Lived on the sidewalk across the street from 𝘈𝘄𝘀 Academy for more than 2 years, and that his sign offering free fentanyl for new users is no joke.
No joke.
Moore says he's just passing on the drugs that other people
I get them for free
in exchange for blankets and supplies he provides.
They feel bad if they don't reciprocate, so they bring me trash that they've scavenged, things that they think
This fentanyl is valuable.
or they give me some of the drugs that they have, which I don't do.
You're exposing grade school kids to this. This is not right. You know that.
No, it's,
I mean,
it's shallow.
The kids come out of the school and they see this?
Yeah, I only live by 2 rules. Be kind to others and make it look easy for children.
The Richmond District
Make it look easy for
recently tried
children.
an undercover sting on Moore, but he didn't have any drugs at the time. However, it's his past that's led to some concerns. Moore is on the Megan's Law website for lewd and lascivious acts with a child under the age of 14.
I was innocent of all of the charges that I've been accused of, convicted of.
Moore is apparently not considered a high-risk offender, so he does not.
He's not high risk.
To stay 2,000 feet away from any school.
And I was told that
he's not high risk. He can let the kids have free spent if he wants. It doesn't matter. He's on the sex offenders list. He's not bothering nobody.
Sidewalks, and that's what they did today. I was there as Moore declined an offer of shelter.
I will never voluntarily incarcerate myself.
Okay. No worries, Mr. Moore. That's your decision, okay? Please be safe, okay?
More officers arrived along with the homeless outreach team from Healthy Streets Operations Center. They took away bikes and other items that Moore
Fuck your shit up. Put it in a burn pile.
And other personal items. As I left, the team hoped Moore would willingly move on. A relief.
He's like, nope. I'm gonna sit here with this sign till the end of time.
I always kind of want to be there because you never know, and it just
So you can do pretty much anything here. Do you think a draft would ever be in effect? Do you think a draft would really ever work here, right now? How would they even enact a draft? How would they do that? With a gun? Half these people want to die. People want to die anyway. If you signed up a free suicide program for anybody who just wants to fucking end, and they go into a room and shoot you, and it's just a sign up and a wait in line. You know how many fucking people will be around the block ready to go? But a draft? No. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. $100 billion to fund both wars.
Damn! You got
This is what Congress is fucking doing when they're debating who to fund. We can take care of both. So what's the update on the COVID? What's the update on the COVID situation? Have we solved that dilemma yet? Are we going back into having new booster shots? Because the pathology of COVID pretty much lets us know that any and all vaccines from here on out are going to include hell that will grow inside your body and overtake your internal organs like a demon. Listen to this.
Among the community. There is going to be an accidental or intentional release of a respiratory pathogen. 7 months before the allegation of patient number 1, 4 patent applications of Moderna were modified to include the term accidental or intentional release of a respiratory pathogen as the justification for making a vaccine for a thing that did not exist. The intent was to get the world to accept a universal vaccine template, and the intent was to use coronavirus to get there. This was premeditated domestic terrorism stated at the proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in 2015. Does that sound like a bat and a pangolin went into a bar in the Wuhan market? This is an act of biological and chemical warfare perpetrated on the human race.
It's warfare. It's biological warfare. And then, of course, they'll say forever that you had the choice. You had the choice to get the vaccine. It was never mandatory. They were never threatening you. It was always your choice. You just got to stop saying yes to these people in every regard. Stop saying yes. Only say no. And of course, all of the stocks, Moderna, Pfizer, all these things going straight through the roof. And because of this, I'm proud to announce that Klaus Schwab just dropped a new mixtape. And because we do music reviews here on ZTV because we're down with the streets. And we want to get sponsored by BlackRock and Lockheed Martin. So next up is a remix, hip-hop underground remix, Klaus Schwab mixtape, Volume 1. Its bangers are back to back to back. Let's take a look.
You know nothing and be happy.
But this one is gonna make your modified mRNA tingle. Time Lies presents Greatest Schwabs, Volume 15. A new world order in music.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the unvaccinated are still alive. A little bit of Pfizer in my arm. A little bit of BioNTech does no harm. A little Johnson Johnson does the trick. A little AstraZeneca so you don't get sick. It's booster number 5. Let's talk about Vax, baby. Let's talk about Doc Fauci. Let's talk about all the weird and counter side effects, maybe. Let's talk about Vax. Let's talk about Vax. Myocarditis. You won't have to be rich with CBDC. You'll have
so many hits.
You need with central currency. We just take your extra belts and your cash. And you can walk 500 steps, but not a single step more until the curfew activates and robot cops stand at your door. Just a small town boy drinking genetically modified soy. This ensures he doesn't procreate. Please stop bleeding. We are almost 9 million people. Please stop bleeding right now. Feed and start a Pfizer. We just make you take it even if you hate it. Pfizer.
Greatest Schwabs, Volume 15. It. Now available on Spotify and MRN Apple Music.
Hits. Classic hits. He's going to the top of the charts. Top of the charts. He's at the top of World Hip Hop, World Star, Hip Hop, Say Cheese. He's going up. He's going that way. He's going up. How is our wonderful President Joe Biden handling the state of the world right now? How's he doing? How's he managing? How's he feeling? Let's take a look at our clone President Biden and see how he's doing. But you know what? He still got it together, okay? And this is prime example of that.
Anybody haven't spoken to... No, I ain't calling on you. I'm calling on... I said I have 5 questions.
I have 5 questions.
I don't...
Anyway,
I just think that there are other things on leaders' minds, and they respond to what's needed at the time. And look, nobody
likes having celebrated international meetings.
If you don't know
I
what
don't
you
know what I
want
want.
at the meeting, if you don't have a game plan, he may have a game plan. He just hasn't shared it with me. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed. But I tell you what, I don't know about you,
Go
I'm
to
going to go
bed.
to bed. The streaming.
I don't know about you. I'm gonna go to bed.
Change it, had access. It wasn't confrontational at all. He came up to me and
Thank
said,
you, everybody. This ends the
Southern
press
Hemisphere.
conference. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Had access to
Southern
change.
Hemisphere had access to change it. Southern Hemisphere had access to change
The Southern Hemisphere had access to change.
But I tell you what, I
He didn't have any problem at all.
But I'm going to go.
Let's run that back.
And look, nobody likes
having
celebrated international meetings.
If
you don't know what you want at the meeting.
you don't know what you want,
If you don't have a game plan.
you don't have a,
he may have a
you
game
know,
plan.
could have one.
He just hasn't shared it with
He
me.
didn't share it with me.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
I don't know
But I
about
tell
you,
what,
but
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
go to
about
bed.
you,
Good
but
night.
I'm going to go
I'm
to
the
bed.
president.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm
Good
going
night.
to go to bed.
I'm the president. I'm president of the United States of America. Yeah. Huh? What's that? In the Southern Hemisphere, they didn't take to it too well. Alright, that's my time. Which way do I go? Do I go this way? That way? Thank you very much. No more questions. I said 5 questions, so I wasn't talking to you. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go to bed. Newsflash. Newsflash alert. Only on ZTV will you find such incredible finds like what I'm about to show you. 3 years ago, on national television, no one, he said this, Joe Biden, that no one should be arrested for anything other than a felony. And he doesn't consider drunk driving as a felony. So this is a life hack, money hack. This is a fucking glitch right here. So anything that isn't a felony, you shouldn't be arrested for, according to Joe Biden. Let's take a look right now.
You only arrest for the purpose of dealing with a felony that's committed, and I don't count drunk driving.
Drunk driving isn't a felony. There you go. Boom. Drunk driving isn't a felony. Joe Biden. That's admissible in court. Okay, that was done on Vice News.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Look it up.
president has spoken.
Look it up. If you're fighting a DUI right now, not a felony, you're good to go. Look up all the crimes that aren't felonies and go out there and getting it. Getting it. Good getting it. Go. Go, 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 go. The money is just waiting for you. That's straight trailer park boys. Okay? You got to do low-level crimes and get little amounts of money, stack it all up, and then go on a cruise. That's how you're supposed to fucking win in this criminal state. When your country is ran by criminals, the only way to win is to become the criminal. You become a criminal against other criminals. You commit crimes against criminals. I mean, that's the whole reason why we have a constitution, folks. We gotta have it. Forget conservative politics. Just look at the Constitution. That's all you need. That has all the good stuff in it. That's all you need. Okay, this next video was taken right after the Hawaii incident, which they're going to be fighting for a long time. The new site for the smart city that they basically intentionally destroyed Hawaii so that they could build this city, and they're not going to get away with it. It's not going to go down like they think it is. Because it's blatantly clear the mounting evidence of what happened there. Let's take a look at this Hawaii shit. Oh.
Of government response. And that response is to increase the number and intensity of the extreme weather events and be wary we're going to use all the resources available to the government to do it.
You're going to use all the resources of the government to increase weather events, dangerous weather events, to destroy certain areas of the world? Let's run it back again.
Of government response. And that response is to increase the number and intensity of the extreme weather events and be wary we're going to use all the resources available to the government to do it.
They have a rule within the occultic knowledge ladder that they always have to tell you what's going to occur so that you are either too smart or too dumb to realize what's happening before it happens. They always have to inform you, hey, we're about to fuck you up. And then if you do nothing, it's your fault. They've made spiritual contracts with evil to be able to just set up that one rule. They gotta tell you right to your face, if you do nothing, you're a coward, you deserve it. That's how their minds work. He seems to be doing well. As far as like his age and health is concerned, he's doing just fine. You know, I mean, who knows what's under that skin mask suit that he has to put on every day? Who knows who's under that suit? I don't know. Could be anybody. But what we do know is he is exactly like this fucking acting president.
You're one sexy kid. You're one
sexy kid.
You're one sexy kid. Don't tell mommy what I told you.
Don't tell mommy.
You got it?
You're a sexy ass kid. Don't tell mommy. Oh, is he recording? Oh, what do you know? You're recording. The President of the United States. And you're so oblivious to anything that's what's going on. You're just fucking rock hard. You know, in the symposium to celebrate democracy. And then you're around shaking hands, and then you see a little kid with their mom, and you have the need to whisper to a child that they're a sexy ass kid. Don't tell your mom.
You're fucking sick in the head.
The level of psychotic that is. That somewhere in his brain, he was like, this is a good idea. She's not going to say anything to her mom. There's so many cameras around. And he's like, this is fine. Don't tell your mom. Oh my God. I don't care if he had fucking Secret Service around him or not. Just one perfectly aimed neck punch with just the middle fingers right there at the trachea, just one time. Ah! Collapse that trachea, he'd be done. They couldn't put in a tourniquet in his throat in time. it wouldn't happen. You got to shatter it in one shot. You're one sexy ass kid.
You're one sexy kid. Don't tell mommy what I told you.
But don't worry. Don't worry whatsoever, okay? We are not going to worry, all right? We make a lot of fun of our president, but we're proud of him because this new war that we're going through, the Israel-Palestine war, you ain't got to worry about that because our president, he was born there in Israel, okay?
The state of Israel was born to be a safe place for the Jewish people of the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was born. I've long said, if Israel didn't exist, we'd have to invent it. While it may not feel that way today, Israel must again be a safe place for the Jewish people.
Must be a safe place for the Jewish people, and I know because I was born there. I'm Joe Biden.
And I approve this message.
Your kid is a sexy ass kid. Does he even know that he's being filmed? Does he just think that he's standing in a room by himself? I don't know. He just thinks that he's facing a corner somewhere and he's talking to himself and it's just everything's imagined. I was born there.
And for all those who claim that Trump was the racist president, let me introduce you to your president for the first time, Joe Biden.
If Haiti just quietly sunk into the Caribbean or rose up 300 feet, it wouldn't matter a whole lot.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community. They're going to put y'all back in chains.
They're gonna put y'all back in chains.
Joan, Shingang, Shanga, Koala.
Let's take a quick look once again at what our future careers are going to be after World War III. Because we got to have all the money hacks. We got to have all the opportunities for us. If we are able to survive World War III without nuclear holocaust, we got to make sure that we got our P's and Q's in order. Okay? So let's take a look. Oh yeah. Okay, practice.
Don't make the doll sad. Get yourself a Harlequin poster. Meow.
So apparently I need a Harlequin poster. Okay. Let's see one more. That's just probably not enough for me to assess how my future is going to be. Let's see one more here. How is my future going to hold? I need my spiritual gurus to tell me. Ooh. Sorgolian. Is there someone getting butt fucked in the background? The poster there? Zaza. So there's that. So when you get to a point where civilization has collapsed, nuclear holocaust has happened, then they turn the internet back on so that you can like film the wreckage. This will be your new job. So you'll be able to do this. Look at those pants. Look at the belt. It's fashionable. At least you know that after the global Holocaust happens, you will still be fashionable. Got some Versace looking shit. Look at them diamond necklace, boy. He blinging, cuh. He's blinging, blood. Blinging blood. Degradation of society. Degradation of society, which often also sparks hyper fanatical fundamentalism. You know, I mean, let's take Muslims for example. A Muslim sees the average normal American young woman's life in America, and they take that info that they get off of TikTok and Instagram, and they're like, this is haram.
Not halal.
This should be eliminated. And when I mean eliminated, I mean people should be killed for this, just to save the rest of them. You know, that's hyper-Zionism in its own regard. We gotta have a safeguard for ourselves so that we don't hold on too dearly to these leaders and nations that don't give two fucks about you. Doesn't matter if it's for America, whether it's for Russia, whether it's for China. At the end of the day, these people are not your friends. They're not your mom and dad. They're not your sister or brother. They are your whip and your shackle
They gonna
of
put
reality.
you back in chains.
They're the shackles that hold you down from being free. Not the other way around. They're not coming over and delivering you goods. So let's be aware of how quickly Zionism is hyper fantasized, both here and abroad, whether it's nationalism in America or nationalism in Israel, nationalism of Palestine. Who cares about the country?
Fuck them.
Why don't you be happier to bang the place where you were born, the city, or the state, rather than the whole country? You have more affiliation to the state that you're from than the country that you're from. Historically, when sexual perverseness overtakes a society, it just immediately turns to hell. Everything starts to go down. Whether it's Sodom and Gomorrah or, there's plenty of examples of sexual perversion ruining a society of people. First, the kids are groomed younger and younger and younger by unwatched kids and around technologies that make them become hedonists. This is the big step, because they weren't ever able to brainwash people into this levels of degeneracy with, because they were always around their family, they were always around their parents that helped protect them. But the more and more as society got more technological with computers and just letting kids without guidance do whatever the fuck they want, just watch whatever, parents that have no technical capabilities just buying their children phones thinking it'll save them, then in turn destroys them. Here's a perfect example. This is a perfect example of how something as innocent as having a child have access to the computer without being watched can snowball and turn into hell. This is what I call a horror story about being a whore.
You are in the adult film industry. How did that come to be?
I always knew I would do porn as like a given, and
Like 6 years old.
That's a really weird thing to suggest in an interview. What, at like 6 years old, you hella knew that you were into porn? Like, this dude is fantasizing about this right now while
I discovered
interviewing
porn
her.
like 5 or 6, and I hear it's more and more normal like, when I meet people. I remember I
discovered
googled
porn
naked
at 5 or
bodies, and then it led me to X videos, and I was just like, I want to do that. So
Do
when
you
I
think
finally
any
turned
other
18, I was still in
generation
high school, but I really wanted
would
to
have
do
been
it,
able
and I've had a great time
to
so far.
survive if they all collectively discovered porn at 5 and 6 years old? And now that this person has been groomed from 5 or 6 years old, she's a full-on porn actress. Hedonism. Haram. Just destroyed. Life destroyed. Not, she'll grow up lonely, hollow, depressed. Anybody who will pretend to love her won't. That is, and I feel bad for her parents that weren't thrown in jail for just having such a free ball stance on having a fucking kid watch whatever they want online. That's horrifying. You know, and it's getting to new heights of ultimate lows. Before we get into our in-depth look at some of the people who are behind BlackRock and Lockheed Martin, behind the scenes, deep down dive into a company called Ingersoll Lockwood, which is a branch of contractors that the government hires. We're going to take a look at their website and see what's really going on here. But first, we have a message from our president. Stand up and salute the flag, please.
I am always one step ahead of the normies. In my free time, I like to hop around furry roleplay Discord servers and unleash my 3 terabyte video collection of huge, gay, muscular black men shaking their dumpy trumpies on all channels. It's a matter of national security and preserving the spirit of our great nation. The MAGA Republicans won't tell you this, but I'm fully committed to hood irony LARPing at all hours of the day. My Hood Irony Academy bunkmate, Daquan DeQuavius Jr., was recently arrested for public masturbation. Top Keck. I am petitioning to lower his $1.6 billion bail. The police did not know that he was simply Hood Irony LARPing. It was simply a reference to the hit TV show Better Call Saul, which I am very fond of.
Free Saul.
This is yet another saddening example of the blatant systemic discrimination that Hood Irony LARPers suffer every day.
Free LARP.
Now is the time for action. Riot in the streets. Burn down cities. Kick a dog. Make your voices heard. Put a TNT in a daycare center. If someone you know rejects your Hood Irony LARPer identity, I want you to blow them the fuck up.
Do it.
I will be posting thermite recipes on my Insta, Henry Fingernut 49. Make sure to follow that.
Henry
I'm getting a little bit
Fingernut
off topic,
49.
but I think it's important for me to say that I am hella gay. I mean, really, it's actually ridiculous how much of a raging homosexual I am. Jill is already filing for a divorce.
Each their own, bud.
She's taking the fucking kids.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
I mean, you're telling me that there's anything wrong with him? I don't see what you mean. I think he's doing just fine. He's just doing just fine.
This next segment is gonna be a real doozy. We're gonna go deep into the underground, discover what these fuckers are up to. I've had to hide my identity on this one. They ain't gonna catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I'm the mouse on the boat, hiding in the ocean, waiting for the clock to count down. We're in special operations mode. ZTV is going covert Black Ops. We have now entered covert operations. Black level alert system. ZTV has now infiltrated the echelon of the American government. And we have found out through our researchers and our labs and our data analysts that these fuckers are up to something big. Some of the biggest companies in the world have something to do with companies that are private contractors like this, Ingersoll Lockwood, a subsidiary of Lockheed Martin. Also a side branch company of BlackRock. Who knows what fucking funding and shit is going on here. And we're here to shoot the fucking white rabbit in the head and have us a little rabbit shish kebab, halal style. So check this out. You can look this website up for yourself. But let's take a look. All products and service we invest in and support are made in America with pride. We support and they match funds on NASA, DARPA, NSA, Space Force. You thought Space Force was fucking over? No. You thought Trump was gonna start Space Force and that was just gonna be a fucking bullshit political jargon? No. They got it. They're investing. These fucking Navy SEALs come out of the woodworks after seeing that gay general recruit them, and they're ready to go to space. Business development, the final frontier. Here we go, Space Force. Let's see it. We gotta dominate space. We gotta nuke an alien race. How are we a dominant species if we don't nuke an alien race?
GPS, ATMs,
nuke the Palladians.
Traffic lights, power grids, guided missiles.
Nuke the Andromeda Galaxy.
Ground combat control. There's no such thing as a day without space operations.
You like all this CGI right here?
Earth is only half the battle. Cyber attacks.
They're trying to keep us from the truth of the flat Earth. That's why they have to set up a Space Force.
A piece of metal the size of a coin can be weaponized. Now is the time for a military branch with a clear and singular focus on space.
A military branch with singular focus on space.
America and our way of life, as the space domain becomes more and more contested.
Contested by who?
It's time for another giant.
God?
The United States Space Force is being built from the brightest minds.
God contests your army.
Force, our joint services, and the private sector. We aren't just getting ready for the near future. We're getting ready for the 22nd century. When our enemies ask, what if? We will have an answer.
When our enemies ask, what if? We will have an answer.
When private companies are inventing a new economy beyond our planet, we need to stay one step ahead of the future. The future is where we'll make history.
Future is where we'll make history.
We will fight in an environment with no up or down, no left or right.
It's all fucking blender made.
And nowhere to hide. Our Space Force is defending our country, here on Earth And wherever our mission
Space Force is defending the country.
exploration expand, we will imagine the unimaginable, anticipate the inconceivable, and prepare for the impossible.
Prepare for the impossible, like Jesus' return to wipe out the American government.
In one of the most challenging environments ever known.
What was that? The sky is not the limit. The limit is the amount of money we can extort from the taxpayer. That's the limit. So, okay, so we got, they're private contractors, right? What's the core mission? Delivering solutions that address the critical technology need of the national security community. The fucking NSA is out of control. They need to be stopped. First and foremost, our founder required that we must deliver American exceptionalism and must be made in America with pride. It can't just be made in America now. It has to be made in America with pride. Because all the recruiters are gay. America with pride, it's the new one. You won't see on the back of your shirt anymore, America, made in America. Because we're going to make it made in America with pride. Included. Funded by GLAAD. Here goes the Space Forces, okay? Let's read about Space Force Labs. What are they doing? What the hell are they doing up there? Space Force, ongoing R&D, gravity reduction, and acceleration. Space policies, directives provide information on U.S. policies and procedures as they relate to space activities. Reinvigorating America's human space exploration program. Let's explore out there. Let's take $100 billion and launch it into the stratosphere and just go look around out there. Sounds great. What else we got? Streamlining regulations on commercial use of space. So basically, if you go up there and you're not supposed to be up there, fuck you. Pay us a stipend. Okay? Let's see. National Space Traffic Management Policy. Because you gotta have some sort of traffic system up there. These planes have been flying around free ball without fucking red lights up there. Sometimes you gotta put a red light system, you gotta put streets, you gotta install it in the sky so fuckers can know which way they're going in the traffic. Because what happens if someone's speeding? Who's gonna collect that bill? Someone. And you better believe it, it's gonna be Space Force. They're gonna come up to you and fucking be like, hey, you're going 145 and 144 mile an hour airspeed. Fuck you. Here's a missile. Established by the United States Space Force in 2019. Okay, so this is in historical order. So they're going the next step that these are already things that they've accomplished. Cybersecurity principles for space systems. So they don't want anybody to get hacked. They don't want anybody to get hacked up there. They're not going to get one of these guys after them. No way, no how. They got to set up some sort of fucking McAfee antivirus thing to keep the Trojans out. National strategy for space, nuclear power, and propulsion. So we want nuclear power for sure. We're always going to want nuclear power as a nation. We want more. And we're going to use it to propulse our rockets faster and faster into our enemies. The faster the propulsion of the nuke, the faster they get fucking fried. Okay, so that's already done. 2021. U.S. space-based positioning, navigation, and timing policy. Awesome. Okay. We're loving it. So they're going to basically understand and navigate and govern the positioning and navigation and timing of everything, the sky from here on out. Isn't that wonderful? Let's take a look at their fucking Star Trek pendant. Wow. I watch Star Wars. We don't need no stinking badges. And then, so you look at this, you look at this site, but if you look up just the words Ingersoll Lockwood by itself, there's a book that comes up in the government library. It's called The Last President. And I don't know if this is just all one weird psyop site, and you're going to understand why here in a minute. But this is just, it goes beyond my understanding, because... So here's where the plot thickens. Okay, this is the main website. On the mobile app, this doesn't occur. Okay, here goes the main part. It says status. But what's this? What's this right here? It's a little white rabbit. We're not a part of QAnon. Oh, it's a link. Let's open it up. So you click on the white rabbit, and this... Oh, the image is changed. The image is changed. It's something new now. The last time I came here, it was something different. But this is what it is. This image. Looks like Mousie's drowning. 9 o'clock. 11:15. Something going down 11:15. Why would this company do this? And the little white rabbit mark. What do they know? See if you can find a white rabbit on the main page of the site. It's hiding. The white rabbit's hiding. Just like the Matrix. It's hiding. You gotta find it. You find it, and you click on it, and this image file comes up. The image file is called IL-TIC11 Talk 03 Tip Top Tippy Top 1717. And then, of course, you have this AI generated or some person generated to leave a message to someone secretly. And you know what these people are operating on. They're fucking with Space Force, they're fucking with NSA, they're fucking with every single top level agency. And then, of course, they sneak this in, little white rabbit in there, to tell you this. You know what I'm saying? We live in this occultic, hellish, dystopian, symbolic, secretive world. And like, I could sit here and try to analyze this fucking image till the end of time and probably not understand what it's trying to say. But, you know, maybe there's something a-brewing. A flood is a-coming. What they say. The Bible says that in the days of Noah shall it be, in the coming Son of Man. The end times is upon us. They're waiting for the flood. second time to come back. Who knows? Maybe Al Gore is right. And then fucking global warming happens, the whole flood happens, and we're in Waterworld Part 2, and I'm Kevin Costner. And I already know where dry dirt is. So you gotta hop on my boat. So, and then we bomb them. And then we bomb them. Nuclear propulsion fucking technology bomb them. Drone bomb. Boom. Yeah. Anti-gravity drone. Boom. Bombs raining down. So you want a loan? You want to come sign up? Here you go. Free private contractor for any up-and-coming Palestinian militia groups out there that need some new technologies, some new programming architecture. You know, there you go. Free website for you. We're going to end this fucking episode and get out of here. And we want to give one final salute to American exceptionalism. We're going to show one example of American exceptionalism right now. This is American exceptionalism right here.
Walmart, this is Gail Lewis, 10-year associate, Morris, Illinois, 844. Signing out. Good night. So today was an end of an era for me. What you just saw was me signing out for the last time.
This isn't one of them fake valor veterans
for 10 years.
Who served in 2 wars.
No! I'm going to be going to a better job. And
old Gail Lewis,
those people became
who served
like family.
10 years at Walmart, and she fell in love with the staff. She makes $14 an hour after her fucking 10 years. And she's thankful. That's American exceptionalism. That's not slavery at all. Thank you, America. Thank you, America. This is a double salute. I salute you. Thank you, America, for starting a war in the Holy Land. Thank you, America. It's American exceptionalism, baby. See you next time. Covert mission out.
CTV saved my life!
That was hella.